Okay, we're going to take a look at the Murad Cigarette College Series cards that were released between 1909 and 1911. These are all the basketball cards. There is a total of 4 colleges represented for their basketball cards, and there was actually a couple series of 2 of the cards, and these are the T51 cards. There's one additional one, so there's actually a total of 7. The additional one being the first series Williams, but a variation that has the number 14 written there in the bottom right-hand corner. I do not have that one. I'd love to have that one. It is the rarest of the T51 cards. So the T51s, I actually have the original pack that they came in, which is pretty cool. This is accurate with the date too. As you can see, it's 1909. You would see this Williams first series be the first card that was released in the set. A lot of people will refer to this as the very first basketball card ever produced. There's a little debate to that. The enameling doll, I don't really consider a card. The 1903 Joseph Tetlow card with the 2 women from Princeton playing basketball, I think that's a strong contender. That's the first series of the Williams. Williams did have 2 of them. Here's the second series. On the back of these cards, you'll see all of the colleges listed that are part of the college series. But like I said, it's just 4 colleges in particular that had basketball cards. So the second series cards came out later. So both Northwestern, as you see here, here's a second series card, and Williams, they're T51s. Those came out later, 1910, 1911. Here's the Xavier, an example of that one. Here's the Northwestern. That's the first series of that card. It does say college series in the corner there, but the second series itself will show that it's the second series. And Luther has just the one. So these are all relatively low pop at PSA and SGC. They're very scarce in high grade condition. Mid grade, they can go for quite a bit. They're the Williams first series. This one here is definitely the most desirable, and even more so is the number 14 variation. All right, so that's the T51 cards that came out. Now in these packs, there were coupons. The coupon, I believe it stated for 15 coupons, you'd send it in, and you could get a large giant collector's card, which we'll take a look at here. And what you see here, I mean, comparatively to the T51, they're gigantic. This is called the T6. This one here is the Williams College, which is the only college represented on the T6 series. So you have 4 colleges represented on the T51s. T6, you just have Williams. There's 2 variations. This is the type 1, as they call it. This variation, you can tell right away from the shape of the basketball. It's more oblong, oval in shape, and the flag itself is a solid purple. This is a nicely graded example. Typically, you don't find them in a grade like 4. I don't even know if there's one graded higher than 4, to be honest. Here's another one. This is the type 2, and as you can see, the basketball is perfectly rounded in this one, and in the flag itself, if you can pick up on it, there is it's not a solid purple, it's kind of a wavy stripe of light and dark purple. So those are the easier way to tell them apart. There's also a difference too, if we get into the details here, with the flag pole itself. You can see this one stops just short, right on the floor, right above the guy's waist. And if you look at the Type 2, it's the pole's well behind him and extends way down to the middle of his calf. So this is labeled a 2, but it's graded a 2, but it's labeled MK for mark. And if you look on the back here, I should probably send this back in to get reconsidered, but it has the stamp there. And those stamps were kind of part of the edition when they were released. I'm actually not sure with the T6, so that's probably why I haven't sent it in. But if you can see on I'm sure one of these T51s will have, like here, for example, these 3 are clean, but here on this one, you will see a stamp, but they did not give it that MK qualifier because that was just something that they did with this release. So that is the Murad cards. They also released felts for a total of 30 colleges, although only 29 have been found. I'm sure I'll get around to felts in another video. All right, take care. Brush your hair.